Hey everyone, today I am sharing with you 5 easy ways to build your intuition throughout your day. Hi, I'm Italia Oliver, and if it's your first time to the channel, welcome. Be sure to hit that subscribe button down below and hit the bell notification to be notified of the latest videos. I get so many questions from people asking me about how do I build my intuition, how do I connect with the angels, how do I hear spirit, how do I really hear my own intuition, right? And this is a practice. This is something that you can develop over time. This is something that you can do in your daily practice. I do it as long as I've been doing this stuff. I still practice building my intuition every day. It's really, think of it more like a lifestyle than just something that you do here or there, okay? It's something that you actually practice building into your life. And I'm gonna teach you some of those ways that I've built it into my life. Steve Jobs said, your time is limited. So don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't be trapped by dogma, which is living with the results of other people's thinking. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. Following our intuition isn't always easy. Sometimes it's just really difficult to hear ourselves, right, in this noisy world. But there are many ways we can cultivate our intuition, so we're better able to listen to it. First, in order to be able to use your intuition, you must be able to recognize it when it's speaking to you. Now remember, intuition isn't usually loud or demanding. It's very subtle, and it communicates in different ways for different people. Your intuition may speak to you through images, like these visions you suddenly wake up and get, or maybe it's before bed or whenever throughout the day. Maybe you get these hunches, these gut feelings, or these thoughts or words or emotions that might keep repeating themselves to you, or these physical sensations that you feel. Or simply maybe you just have this deep sense of knowing. Be aware and open to all those ways of sensing. And now I'm going to share with you those 5 exercises to build those intuitive muscles. Because the more you practice these on a daily basis, the better you're going to be able to discern your intuitive voice when it speaks to you. And one exercise might work better for you than another. So experiment, take what works for you, leave the rest behind. And above all, have fun. So exercise number 1, I call it, which way? So I do this all the time in the car. Let's say I know my destination. Okay, I want to go to Trader Joe's or whatever, the grocery store. Okay, I know my destination. I know that there are the multiple ways to get there. But instead, I ask my intuition to guide me. Which route do I take? I ask whether, do I make a left? Do I make a right? Like, let's say I got to get to a doctor's appointment too, and I want to know the fastest way to get there. I'll say, okay, left, right, which way do I go? Okay. I follow the first thing that pops into my mind, right? That's really important. You have to go with the first thing. This is an excellent way to build your intuition because you're training yourself not to second guess yourself, because we do that a lot. We like to second guess ourselves. So the more you get in the car, maybe you're running a little late, which way is my fastest way to get there? Listen to that and go with the first thing that pops in your mind. It is an essential way to build your intuitive muscles and not second guess yourself. Exercise number 2, I call it, which one? Which one is good because you're building it again, just like which way, into your daily way of life, okay? So I do this one a lot. say you find yourself, you're grazing in the kitchen for a snack, and I don't know, I'll do a healthy example. You're not sure whether you want a pear or an apple, okay? Well, place your pear in one hand, place the apple in the other. Maybe even hold them to your chest. You don't have to, but that's up to you. See if you can feel, though, a sensation in your hand. Maybe there's a heaviness, a tingling, a warmth. Okay, if it helps, close your eyes. You might get an image, a feeling, or a thought as to what you want. Your body is going to guide you into which one actually it may need more of at that time, or what it likes, because your body is the best barometer for what is right. Like, for example, when I have a decision I have to make, I go into my body and I see how I'm feeling with each of those decisions. So if I have choice A, I feel, okay, if I go through with choice A, how does that make me feel? Do I feel happy and go, yeah, all right? Or do I feel like, oh my God, what am I doing? This feels awful, right? So, and then you do the same thing with choice B. And I use that a lot, going into my body, asking it what it wants, asking it what it needs, and feeling. So maybe that feeling and sensing will be right for you, but again, maybe it would come to it as an image or a thought or a word, any of the other senses. So use that in your daily life to help you. Remember, this is how we practice. It's a simple thing, but it's how we practice building those intuitive muscles. Now we're on to exercise number 3. Sensing people. This is kind of a fun one I like to do when I'm at like the store, I'm waiting in a grocery line, or just maybe going down the aisles, or if you're shopping out and about. I mean, you can do this honestly wherever, right? But just practice sensing into people before you know them. It doesn't mean, though, that I'm trying to get into their life energetically or anything like that, because I don't believe in that. But it's more about just seeing the kind of information that you get off of the person from observing them and feeling their energy, maybe even before you talk to them or learn anything about them, all right, from other people. Because the more you pay attention, the more you'll realize already that you already might know some things that you couldn't have known with your cognitive mind. So this is kind of good too when you're working, you're about to meet an acquaintance, or maybe you have a job interview or something like that. Get a sense for what's the person, sensing into people. You can also sense into the environment when you walk into places, or you walk into the Starbucks, or wherever you're walking. Just practice getting a sense of what does it feel like, what's the energy like. Again, the more you practice that sensing and feeling, the more you're going to build those intuitive muscles. Exercise number 4. I call these blind readings. You can do them here or there throughout the week. I guess this is a more of a formal sit down, kind of thing in a sense. But you can still do this and practice this with yourself. Similar to pendulum work and the idea of yes, no, and maybe. It's kind of basically similar to that. So blind readings are really a wonderful way also to develop your intuition and to discover your own intuitive voice. Again, this also takes practice. You're going to take 3 blank, index cards and write yes, no, maybe on one side. And use pencil, so you can't see the writing through on the other side, and shuffle the cards so they're mixed up. Quiet your mind. Ask a question you know the answer to, like, is my name Italia? Close your eyes. Place your dominant hand over the cards one at a time, noticing the subtle differences in the feeling and the energy that you're receiving when your hand is on top of each card. And you're going to pick the card that you feel the strongest connection to. Maybe your hand, or maybe it's the finger that feels heavy, tingling, or warm. Keep practicing. This is more about practicing and sensing the difference between not only your intuition, but also your mind, okay? And also you are sensing and practicing even the feelings within your hands. How does your body like to speak to you? Pay attention to that. That's building your intuitive muscles, okay? You can also do this if you have a decision to make, okay? Maybe write down those. Maybe you have 2 options, 3 options, I don't know, however many options, but stick to 2 or 3. If you do more, it's too overwhelming. And you put down 1 option in each card. And then just repeat that, put your hand over it, which one, or crumple them up. You could do, put option 1 in this hand, option 2 in this hand. Just shuffle it so you don't remember which one you wrote. And then feel which one feels like the right answer, and then open it up. I've done that a few times, and it's actually pretty helpful. So that might help you as a way of you picking which way. Sometimes we don't know the answers to things, so it can help you maybe hear your intuitive voice a little bit better when our minds get clouded by things. So wonderful way to help you opening up your intuitive muscles and practicing. Exercise number 5, align with your values. So decision is the ultimate power. When you practice making choices in alignment with your values, you begin to sense your intuition more clearly. How? Because your intuition acts from integrity and is connected to what you value. So become comfortable with feeling what it's like to act based on your values, and then you'll learn to hear your intuitive voice more clearly. So always you're incorporating your values into your daily life and making decisions based on those values so you can hear your intuitive voice more clearly. Now, there are other ways to practice hearing our intuitive voice. I have another video, it's called 4 Ways to Hear Yourself in a Noisy World. In that video, it'll help you in the sense that it helps you with distractions and how can you bring yourself more centered so that way you can hear that intuitive voice and build your intuitive muscles. And I hope this video helps you in your daily life as you go about practicing these things. It is a lifestyle. It's just you incorporate that and you build it into your daily life. The more you do that, the more you build those muscles. And if you liked this video, please hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and share. It really helps me. And until next time, be well, take care.